Today is Tuesday, July 2nd. The asparagus beans are doing really well. The loofah is doing really well. It's growing up from both sides, kind of taking over this side of the trellis. There's asparagus beans. These need to be picked today. We're going to can a bunch of them and freeze some. We've already frozen some, about 2 gallons. I haven't planted in these yet. Peppers are doing good. Got some good sized peppers on them. Tomatoes are doing really well. I've started to let some of the suckers go on these plants, like just to help to give it shade, and then I can always top off the sucker so that it quits growing so big. These pots dry out really quickly, so they need watered at least once a day, sometimes twice. But see the strings that are wrapping around the tomato plants. And the peppers are putting on a lot of peppers. So I set up a drip irrigation and I started it all the way up here. And this probably shouldn't be up in the pot. It is pushing really far, but if I leave this sitting here, it will drip like just a little bit. So it doesn't push it up there as much, but these ones definitely get watered. So this is the end of the line, and then one drip going to each tomato plant because they're beefsteak, and then one drip going in between the peppers. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. One in each pot is 14. Then it comes over here, goes down. I'm going to cover this up with a board. One drip goes in there. And then again, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and one in each pot. Actually, I did 2 in that pot. So I had it set up. I was planning on possibly doing these 2 beds as well, but for now I'm going to take this. Okay, for now I'm going to take this one and move it to that bucket and do an irrigation in those 2 beds, an irrigation in those 2 beds with that orange bucket, and then the more important one is the ones on the side of the house, the big ones over there. So I'll have to decide if I need 2 kits over there or just 1, because I also want to do water into a solar kit into those, and then maybe a solar kit into all 3. I don't really know. They're $30 each, and the expansion pack is 10, so 40 plus tax and shipping per 30 drippers. So I just have to figure out how well they work before I order a bunch more. The fire pit's working out well. The Roma tomatoes I need to stake up somehow because they're starting to fall out of the bed. We're still getting strawberries here and there. The bush beans are doing really good. These are all jalapeno, and they've got quite a decent amount of peppers on there already. So I need to get this all watered. That's all the okra. So I've been pulling off some of the leaves. Since I pulled off a bunch of the leaves, the stalk has actually gotten a lot thicker. So it should bush up now. Oh. If I see like cucumber beetles, I try to just squish them. Wax beans, and then cucumbers. I'm going to come through and pick all the little cucumbers for lunch today. And I really thinned those out. There was quite a lot of squash bugs already on them, so I just threw them in a bucket of water. I didn't even bother putting dish soap, and they all drowned, so I don't need the dish soap. This is starting to grow again, but the zucchini is not, so I think I need to feed it pretty well and water it. And these I thinned out. There's definitely a good ladybug population growing. When I was going through the leaves, I found a lot of ladybug eggs and ladybugs in different stages of life, which I think is pretty awesome. The cucamelon's starting to go somewhere. The 2 corn that out of 50 seeds, 2 came up. They need fed. Everything needs fed and watered. Let's see that. Lots of peppers. It'd be nice to have a drip irrigation over here is the plan as well. So I just have to slowly start doing that. Everything's filling in nicely. Yeah. There's eggplant in there. I could probably pull off some of these greens and we could eat those today too. So I'm going to do the solar bucket, the solar water bucket here. And because we try to always do something interesting or fun, try something different, this is just popcorn. I was soaking seeds and Terry grabbed some popping corn and we threw it in there too just to see if it would sprout. Every single piece of it sprouted. And so here it is, whether we get anything on it. It just takes up 3 square feet in the garden, 6 because there's 3 down there. And you never know, we might get something edible. But everything's growing. So this was beans here. Oh yeah, it's still pretty moist. So that makes sense that everything is doing okay in here. This is obviously getting attacked by cucumber beetles. This is supposed to be an Armenian cucumber. So, I don't know, maybe we'll get some. Oh yeah, it smells like cucumber. Oh, I shouldn't have picked that one off. I'll probably leave. There we go. These I'm probably going to need to thin. It said vining, but it might not be. Yeah, no. Sweet potatoes are starting to grow. I have more slips in the house. So yeah. I just keep some coffee cans around and then put water in them and kill off the squash bugs. And then when I come out here again, I'll just fill it up with water and start killing squash bugs. So that's my 15-minute July 2nd video. That's awesome. And they taste so good.